GN Sports Show, powered by the Calvin Ayre Foundation.
Good evening and welcome to another episode of the GN Sports Show with me, George Sower Dublin.
And I'm Terry Andrew. Thank you so much for joining us.
And in our Spotlight segment this evening, we'll have two Generation Next U13 players, but I won't pronounce the names because I might tie my tongue, so I'm leaving that up to Mr. Andrew.
Yes, Zachary Ben Militaya on the 13-player GNFC plus Jordan Scipio. They'll be joining us here on the GN Sports Show. Plus, the man himself, the president of the Generation Next Football Club, Ricky Santos. He will tell us what we need to know about the Generation Next of Football Club and what's going to happen in the future. Plus, of course, the ACB Caribbean Junior Premier League has rebranded. And team participating, the Empire Football Club, a few players taking part in the on the 13 and on the 11 divisions will be joining us here on this episode of the GN Sports Show.
And also on the show with us this evening is the encyclopedia himself in medicine. Dr. Rick will be back here with us to continue our discussion from last week, Terry. And with that, we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back to the GN Sports Show.
Our vision is to become the premier platform for showcasing and empowering young student athletes, providing them with the tools and exposure to excel both in sports and life, while shaping the next generation of confident, media-savvy leaders. The GN Sports Show is dedicated to highlighting the talent and stories of young student athletes across all sports disciplines. We aim to equip them with vital media exposure and public speaking skills, helping them grow into confident individuals both on and off the field. Through engaging interviews, mentorship, and real-world media experiences, we strive to foster personal and professional development that supports their athletic journeys.
Good evening and welcome back to another episode of the GN Sports Show. And we're into our Rising Star segment here with me and Terry, and we have two Generation Next U13 players here on set with us.
We have Zachary Ben Militaya and John Scipio. Did I get it right? No. I still got it wrong? Oh, man. Okay, tell me what it is.
Jordan Scipio.
Scipio. All right. Mm-hmm. By the end of this, I'm going to have it. All right, boys. Thank you so much for joining us here on the GN Sports Show. All right, John, let's start with you. Did you play any other sport other than football?
Yes, I did. I played golf for a little bit, but mainly football because football is my first love and I like football a lot. Okay. But I played golf for a little while.
Nice. But you still playing or?
I still know how to play it because I already done it, and like football, I just come back to football because I love football more than any other sport.
Okay. What about you, Zachary? You played any sport?
I did tennis and golf, but I started football first. Then I moved on to golf, which I won a couple of tournaments, and then I went to tennis.
Hold on there. You can't just say you won a couple of tournaments just casually, just like that.
You're not just going to speed past that, Zachary.
Yeah, come on, man, Zachary. Come on.
That.
And then for tennis, I got second in a lot of tournaments.
Okay.
And then I came back to my first love, football.
Football. Man, well, hey, welcome back, Zachary. That's good. So you guys are natural sportsmen then?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I like that. George?
Yeah, so what school you attend, Jordan?
I attend the Seventh-day Adventist secondary school.
And what class in?
I'm in Form 1.
And the question of the day is, what's your favorite subject?
So my favorite subjects are two subjects, are maths and physical education. Well, maths wouldn't have never been a competitive if you asked me that question last year, because I really wasn't doing well in maths. But since I came to this school, my teacher has been the best teacher I've had.
Shout out.
Miss Bovell. Because last time when I was doing maths, I couldn't understand like my fractions, my decimals. But now this teacher, Miss Bovell, she started helping me on my fractions, my decimals, and so on.
Oh boy.
And
I like that.
I know my grades have really improved. Last time I got a B+ in maths, and yeah.
Okay.
All right, and Zachary, what school do you attend?
I attend St. Anthony's Secondary School.
And you're in what grade?
I'm in first form.
Oh yeah, first. Oh yeah, the farm's over there in that grade.
Yes.
Okay, and your favorite subject is?
Like, I have two, which are science and history. Science.
Before you continue, thank you very much. I really do appreciate you not saying maths just now, because every other kid that comes here is trying to be a mathematician. So like they
already am.
no money is gonna what?
So hold on. You mastered math.
You mastered math. So let's move on from it.
Yeah. See. Okay.
Literally.
All right.
Hey, listen. Your mom died in class. You know that, right?
Yeah, I can tell.
All right. So continue. Science and
Science, we have literally the best teacher ever, Miss Maynard. She explains it thoroughly. She's sarcastic. She's just the best teacher ever.
Okay.
And then history teacher, we have Mr. Winter, which creates sarcastic nicknames for us. I was lightness, brightness,
that's your nicknames.
and right now I'm Kryptonian.
Hey, that's good that you guys are enjoying your football and your
School.
academics. Yeah, because we like student athletes around here.
So Jordan, you're in the U13s at Generation X, and the coach of U13s is Ayre.
Yes, sir.
But there's a coach over there that just takes over everybody's session, which is me.
Yes, sir.
Right. So you're with me more than you're with Ayre.
Yeah.
So since the season started, because you were with Nabo last year, how much different do you find the sessions with me and Ayre compared to the sessions with Nabo?
So I find that y'all sessions are more easier than Nabu sessions because with Nabu sessions, we have to do conditioning and more technical work. And with your sessions, it's kind of like the same thing we do. But I would say your sessions and Nabu sessions is good, but like Nabu is kind of on top of you, I would say.
Okay, all right.
Oh boy.
You seems really intelligent. I love your answers, right? So I want to know why you think it's more free flowing with me and Ayre.
Because like sometimes they get mad at us because we're not doing the right thing, but with Nabu, when you get mad, it's just a whole different story. Because when you get mad, he makes like run laps, like more than 4 laps, and then when we're done, we have to he always telling us how to do it and why not to do it. And so now with you now, if we do something wrong, you just give us a next demo to show us, like what you did on Thursday. You give us the next demo so we would understand, and yeah, so you're more like smooth going instead of Nabu.
Alright, so I'm gonna explain the difference between me and Nabu if you say understand it. If Nabu don't work on conditioning with you, your physical being as a footballer is already there. So I don't have to stress the fact that you have to run because he done did that.
Yes, sir.
Right? Technically, he don't do his bit technically with you. So now my job is to improve your technical ability along with your mental ability. Because if I go and behave like, well, not behave, but deal with you the same way like now, you already done grasp the concept of when you're wrong, there's a punishment for being wrong. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
with
sir.
Nabo. So with me, I don't have to go back to punishing you. I'll just show you again, and then I'll allow you to catch it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
so
sir.
that's the difference between how I go and Nabo go. You understand?
Yes, sir.
John,
Alright.
do you realize that you guys are getting best of both worlds there? You know, you know this guy was our national captain of Antigua and Barbuda for many years. And you guys are getting experience, not only local experience, professional experience. Now we turn a coach.
Yeah.
Do you guys know that? Do you guys know this?
I had no
No.
clue.
You guys didn't know? I thought you guys told me you knew him. Come on, boys.
Oh wait.
Quick
I knew him, but I didn't know that much.
Wait, no, but I think I heard of it before, but I wasn't really paying attention to it.
Go
but
on. Go ahead. Go ahead.
but like I think I knew he was like a national person because like there was this day that he told us to come to turf and watch him play football just because we're doing stupidness on the field.
Yeah.
And then now you said when I went to watch him, he was actually very good, and I was actually
Hold on.
But I couldn't tell him because
So hold on. You saw the old one.
Yeah,
So-
the late
you saw
version.
the old
version.
one.
The late-
Yeah, you
that
saw the
old
one.
Terry, don't do that.
Okay.
The later version of me, Terry.
You saw the experienced
Version.
the experienced version. Okay, go home, right? And you can go put in YouTube. You can put Antigua versus USA, and you can put George Dublin. Just put George Dublin football, and you see some stuff. I don't know when you're gonna see, but I think you're gonna see some stuff.
So you in Farm 1?
Yes.
And you in
oh my.
Farm 1 too. Alright, so I'll give y'all the easy. Y'all have y'all do P, y'all do P, innit?
Yes.
Yes,
There's
sir.
a P textbook, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, just go home and take the P textbook and just scroll through the pages. And if you put up on me, then that means I'm somebody. Fair enough?
Okay, sir.
And Zachary, this is your first season at Generation X. And how you got into goalkeeping? I want to hear the right story. Because I hear the story before now, but I just want to hear the correct story. Go ahead.
I want to hear this. This sounds interesting.
I started at North Coast when I was 6. I was a striker. I couldn't shoot the ball for anything. Then they put me in center. I couldn't pass the ball for anything. Then they put me in defense, and every time the ball came flying past me, I just caught it. So they just put me in goalkeeper.
Wait a minute, what? So you were using your hands as a defender?
You started at the top of the pitch there.
Yes, 'cause the goalkeeper wasn't able to save any shots. So I was like, okay, I was gonna do my job for them, and I was like, caught the ball.
So I mean, are you enjoying goalkeeping,
Yes,
or is just
I love it.
okay?
All right.
Zachary, goalkeeping. Who do you like as a goalkeeper? Who do
Elanio
you watch?
Martinez.
Argentina.
Oh, the
Argentina.
Aston Villa guy.
Argentina,
Yes.
Oh, do you like his antics or you like his
I like his
goalkeeping ability?
antics and his ability.
Yeah, he is.
So-
He's a character, right?
So we will say,
Don't worry, you're gonna take shots and you're gonna practice, right?
yeah.
Yes.
But
You're gonna
anyway,
keep it out.
quickly to add to thing, you know the ACB June Youth Premier League is starting, so that's the Generation Next League, but it's the ACB sponsored Youth Premier League, and both of you will be playing for the U13s, which is Yaya's team, right? Because you all know that the most important game to win in any tournament is the first one.
Yes, sir.
That was where you show your dominance. Your presence is felt, you know. 'Cause if you go and you lose, you say, all right, we could beat them too. But if you go and you win, then the next team that has to come up against is going to be worried about you.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Jordan, you told me you're left back. What about the position you like? And what do you think you
Well,
need
I
to
think
do
he
to-
recently turned left back now.
he
Because,
recently
he recently turned left back. He was more of a midfielder when he was playing with Nabo.
Outside?
Yeah, see, left wing. But since he came by me, and I like to tell them, go into the position that he play. Like, so if I'm picking a team to play, I'm trying to figure out who is who, I tell them, defenders, midfielders, forwards. He said he went in the defensive section.
Yeah.
So I didn't know. I thought he was a winger because I have seen him playing more.
Okay.
Advanced and he liked to dribble. I don't know no defenders that really like to dribble.
So hold on there. Why you went to left back?
So I went to left back because like when I was with Nabu, I was playing like midfield and winger like Coach Sauer said. But I came to left back now because I wanted to try a new position instead of doing the same position again. So that's really why I went to left back.
Okay. Why not go on the right side?
Because
I know the answer to this, but go ahead. Go ahead.
because I already been on the right side and then
Oh,
I
you
just
went
said
to-
I just want to try something new.
Okay.
To make-
okay. So hold on. You kick with both feet?
No.
But he could not go on the right side first and foremost.
Oh.
There's no left footer in no team I coach with.
That's the same thing I was telling him just before that.
No,
any team that you go
Yeah.
in and you go on the left side, I think you're gonna play.
For me, if it's a left footer and he's a left back, he play left back. He can't. I don't play the inverted. At that age, when you become an adult, where you understand when to pass and when to shoot, I'll do that. But at this young age, you let them play where they're naturally comfortable. You understand what I'm saying? So as a left footer, and we have very few,
Yeah.
he plays out on the left for me because he could cross the ball, he could run with it. More comfortable. If he goes in the right, he's going to cut back to his left foot. And that's just the
You have any player that you like watching playing on the left?
Yeah.
Who?
No, any player that I like.
Yeah, professional anywhere. That you saw
Anywhere.
before. Yeah.
Like for me, I like Haaland.
City player. Okay. I mean, there's so many of them right now. We can't keep track. Every season, you guys get like 10 other guys, and anyway, we're gonna keep that. We're gonna keep that out. But school and football. This is a question we ask everyone. You go to school. You go to football first before you do your homework, or you do your homework first, then you go football. One at a time. Go ahead, Jordan.
So, for me, I go to football first before I do my homework.
Okay.
And on the days that I don't have football, I do after class. So I get to do all my homework and my projects and everything that I have. And mostly, sometimes I don't get to do my assignments because like of
Jordan.
well, not all.
Remember, we like student athletes
Yeah.
around here, Jordan.
But because my weekdays are so full.
Okay.
But I still do my assignments. But sometimes I kind of slip up, and then like I get a bad grade, and then I have to work on that some more.
So getting a bad grade equals, hey, you can't go football this Saturday, you can't go football this
Yeah.
Thursday. But that's how it works. That's how it works, Jordan. So bad grades are not allowed. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What about you, Zachary?
Well, for me, Gen X practice is right outside on the field of my school.
Okay.
So I kind of have to do football first. So then I come home, I do my homework. I'm usually fine, but if I do a bad grade, well, I run and hide and hope my mother forgets by the next morning.
Does she ever forget? Because
Yes.
moms do it. They do?
She forget?
She can forget?
She forgot on the morning.
On the
but
morning.
then brought it up in the afternoon.
Okay. Yeah.
Or maybe she's
That's how
like,
it be.
maybe she didn't forget in the morning because maybe I'll run a bit late most times. Maybe she.
Definitely running a little bit late.
All right, boys. Hey, it's been great talking to you guys. But thank you so much for joining us here on the GN Sports Show. All the best. Of course, we'll be looking out for you guys in the near future. Continue playing football and golf. If it's golf, buddy. You never know. Might be the next Tiger, not Woods.
And with that, we'll take a short break and we'll be right back with the GN Sports Show. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. You're watching the GN Sports Show, and here on set with us is the man himself. I could introduce him that way, or I could tell you his right name. His name is Ricky Santos. He's the president of the Generation X Football Club, and of course, the ACB Caribbean Junior Football League is on the way. Thank you so much for doing this. I think this is the first time in my time here we're getting to interview you, sir. So thank you so much for joining us. Ricky, where do we start? Generation X. First up, the combine.
But before you go, Ricky, Terry, this is the second time I'm interviewing
the
Ricky,
second time, yeah.
and I'm telling you, you didn't miss nothing the first time.
All right.
First of all, thanks for having me on the show. Of course, as usual, it's always a pleasure being here. Really a good pleasure to be here.
All right. Let's start with the combine first. I'm sure you like the results. You like what you saw. Just give us your feedback.
Well, first of all, it's the 7th year that we've been hosting the combine. Thanks, of course, to the Calvin Ayre Foundation for being the benefactor of such a wonderful event. This year we had 11 coaches here, scouts, that came down from the UK. Unfortunately, we couldn't have any from the US due to visa restrictions that have been placed in Antigua. But it was the biggest turnout in terms of coaches. Average size, 113 players participated in it. I must say that this year, though, is the biggest results in such a short space of time in terms of offers being made. And it looks, I know for instance, 26 offers have already been made. And that's the 3 different institutions, more coming in, of course, and some of them, of course, are going to be the same players. One, we have received another full scholarship, and that goes to Ayre, and that's Ethan Commercial. Okay. So I'm very proud to say that that's 2 years in a row we've gotten a full scholarship to the UK. You expect that from the US, but not the UK. Okay. But this is the first, well, second consecutive year that we've gotten full scholarship.
And both of them is at Ayre, isn't it? Both.
Well, both. One is at Ayre, Greg Williams, and Ethan Kamash is going up in September.
The Ayre. So both full scholarships that they've gotten so far is at Ayre.
Yes.
Okay.
And for the parents and the student athlete mulling over these offers, what is your advice to parents?
My advice, of course, is to select the best institution to suit the child. Not all institutions may be worthwhile for that particular individual. Of course, all the organizations that we have brought down here, I personally have checked out and done my due diligence, both online and physically. I don't bring down any coaches to the combine unless I physically go and view the institution and their facilities. Because if I'm not satisfied, I'm not going to host them here.
Awesome.
And that has happened also to some institutions, because of how we're growing, want to be part of it. As we say here, they want to be in the dance. But if it doesn't suit what I consider the best facility or institution for offering to Antigua players, then student athletes, that is, then I'm not going to do it. Because at the end of the day, parents are looking to me for the advice, and I'm not going to give them bad advice. Sometimes I have difficulties because parents are calling me and say, should I put him in this school or that school? And then it's a difficult decision. I say, well, explain to me what your child is like, what they're looking for, and then I can offer advice. But I try to stay away from selectively saying, should you go to Aqua, should you go to Brookhouse, should you go to Future Pro, should you go to Stephen Gerrard Academy? You know, all of these things I have to balance out. So I have to get to understand, and I normally say, if you want my advice, bring the child in also, so I can physically interview the child also too.
So just a quick question, Ricky, and well, not really a question, a quick breakdown. So there's Aquat. Aquat is a university, and they have football at it.
No, it's
so,
not a university.
So what Aquat is what?
Aquat is a high school going into tertiary A levels or BTEC.
Okay, so basically like sixth form would be the highest
Exactly,
kind of thing.
the highest, and then after that you have like Hartbury, which does tertiary. So they do A levels and then they go to university and even do your PhD.
So that's Aquat and Hartbury does that.
No,
Brookhouse does.
No, Brookhouse is like Aquat. It's a school up to A levels.
So Brookhouse and Aquat is the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hartbury is different. That's from
A
A
level
levels
to university.
To university to undergraduate and graduate.
And Stephen Gerrard is
A levels and football.
Okay, and Varsity 9?
Varsity 9, same thing.
As Stephen Gerrard?
Same, similar stuff, yeah.
Okay.
So it's important to get them in early then, if they're going to some of those
if they go to Aquat, I think, if they go to Aquat and, what the next one is like Aquat is? Brookhouse. I think that's a good way to start channeling them into being professionals. You understand what I'm saying? Because this is A levels, so basically they're finishing, from here they finish secondary school, give and take.
Yes.
So they do A levels, and then from A levels into university. So that gives you a bit of time to really show where your worth, and hopefully you could get, because they probably, they play against like pro clubs, isn't it?
Yes, they play against pro academies. And it's very important that we try and get particularly talented athletes. And we're hoping that they have good academics too. Academics, to me, is very important. Yeah, because your football or any sporting career is a short-lived career. Because by the time you're 30, 35, your career is over. And then if you're accustomed to earning good money and you've reached a high level, what you're going to do if you don't have a proper education? Where you're going to go off? You're accustomed to living a high life if you're...
How are you going to invest that money there?
Exactly. So you have to have an education.
Yeah,
so I stress that. And if you can just go to this, what you just alluded to with the schools, I think it's important we get our kids here, not because of proper coaching, because I think we have excellent coaches here in Antigua. What we lack is the proper infrastructure, not just put it on a field. You need to have like the gym. You need to have educational programs along with the football. So you need a holistic development, and that's what we're lacking here in Antigua, and I suspect also throughout the Caribbean, with the possible exception of Jamaica. I think Jamaica is pretty good at that. But until we get that, the talented ones are going to go by the wayside if we don't get them out early, and that's what we're striving to do. And I can speak from a fact here, because I went to school at St. Joseph's Academy. We had some talent. I was not one, but we had some talented
we
players.
know.
I didn't know that, but he just confirmed it just now. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. He just confirmed it.
I was average at best in football. I wasn't too bad in cricket, but I was average at best in football. But I know we had a lot of talent there, that if these youngsters had the opportunity that today's ones are having, they could have gone further. And they could have had not only a proper education, but Terry, you got an education through sports, football. Now, if it wasn't for that, and when the drive was there to get the athletes into, even in basketball and so forth, and it's continuing. I think we had a lull period where that wasn't happening, and now it's starting to happen again. And so it's very important. The other thing in terms of with the UK is that if we get them into the system, into the schooling system, then it makes it that much easier, not easy, but easier to get work permits to get into the professional setup. And I would pick on one particular individual, Vaughn Jackson Jr., who's at Brookhouse. And his director of football, Mickey Adams, was here. So I was asking Mickey as to how you think Vaughn is progressing and so forth in the football. He's doing well academically, by the way. how is he progressing in the football? And he has assured me that Vaughan, once he hits 18 years old, he will go pro, and possibly in England, but definitely he's going to go pro. So, but Vaughan has been up there 3 years now. So that alone says if you get them out, and no, it's a heavy expense, because even if you get a 50% scholarship, and I'm hoping for more full scholarships, but if you even get a 50% scholarship, you're looking at over £20,000
a year.
A year, and that includes accommodation and everything. So it's not a cheap undertaking. Having said that, that's why we have now started our charity in England, which will help offset that. The JN Trust, it's registered under the Charity Commission of England and Wales. Before that was started, we managed to get £30,000 over a 2-year period, and five youngsters from Antigua benefited from that. So my argument is that if it was in a legal entity then, and we collected £30,000, then we're hoping that it's going to increase.
No, that is a legal entity.
No, registered entity.
Sorry, registered.
Because before, what we had, the donors that we had to direct them to the schools and get the account for the students. So I said, place X amount of dollars in this student's account, that student account. And that's how we had to do it. But now we have the charity, and those donors also too never got the tax break, but they were anonymous donors. But now it's a charity; they'll have the tax incentives. So instead of paying the tax man, they pay to the charity. They're doing good. They're spending the same money. So that's our angle we are using to get individuals to donate. Also, compounded with that fact, what we're also doing is telling each individual institution, if you bring in money through your connections, we'll reserve that money for your school. So it gives them an incentive to bring it in, because money will come back to them.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's a well thought out stuff.
And they keep giving scholarships.
Yes.
They keep giving scholarships to young kids here.
Exactly. So that's the whole thing. And because of the charity, I'm very humbled and proud and overwhelmed that we have been just brought under the patronage of the Governor General and Late William.
We saw you all dressed up in your tie and your jacket with the Excellencies, the Governor General and his wife,
Lady
Williams.
But Terry, he tie looked a bit slack.
Yeah, well, he didn't button all the way to the top, but I think it was a hot day and he had the jacket on, and they called him down to Government House, and he had to go. He had to go because he did tell me.
Yeah.
So that means he had to do it quickly.
Was a last minute thing?
Yeah, he had to do it quickly.
It's okay, so
He like to keep secrets there.
Oh, he liked to keep secrets.
It's okay, Terry. My good wife told me I should have dressed more appropriately.
Oh, she tell you that?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, you know, and as I tell you, there's always that one woman behind that one man. We understand the trust is putting its weight in it to help these kids, and from this end here, the Prime Minister's Scholarship Fund also has some skin in the game.
Yes, they do. I must commend actually Morris Merchant in particular, because every single child that have gone on a partial scholarship have received the backing of the Prime Minister's Scholarship Fund, which grants $10,000 US for each year of their studies. And Morris Merchant, I have to give him all the kudos. He's been instrumental in ensuring that takes place.
Yeah, he refers to them as all players now. Yeah.
Yes.
All players.
Yes.
So when you put the all players is yes.
Yes. He's
No
very
problem. Yeah.
Very instrumental in it, and he's very passionate about getting the kids these opportunities.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome stuff.
All
right. So the ACB Caribbean Junior Football League comes
Premier,
around again.
Premier, Terry. Don't
Premier,
forget Premier. Come on, Rick.
Football League
Don't
comes
forget.
around again, and what are we expecting? The teams, same number of teams, just a partnership.
An increase,
Yeah,
or
of course.
Okay, well, first of all, the reason why you made the mistake, the youth.
Premier League.
Well, it's because it's been rebranded this year for the first time, because we have formed a partnership with the Junior Premier League out of the UK, and they have
you guys always leaving me out of the loop and giving me last year's. Go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
So it is, instead of the youth football league, it's now the Junior Premier League,
Okay.
which is the brand. And if you see on my hat here, that's the international brand of the Junior Premier League. The Junior Premier League operates in England, Canada, the States, Dubai, Oman, and they're going into Africa and China.
Okay, so Ricky, just the Junior Premier League, what benefits do we get from our league being branded as the Junior Premier League? Is there opportunity for teams, for us to compete against teams in the other ones that they have, or is there some sort of contribution to ours? I know this sponsor is ACB, Caribbean, but just give us a little take on the benefits of it being branded that highly as the Junior Premier League.
Well, first of all, being branded the Junior Premier League, of course, ties you into all the countries that they deal with, that they're dealing with. And also we have the opportunity that we can send selected players. Of course, there'll be a cost attached to that. Any one of the leagues they operate in England, and they'll be able to play in a team so that they can be exposed. We can also take a team to compete in one of the leagues also too. So those are some of the benefits. The other benefit is that coach/referee, FIFA referee Ken Pennyfeather, had the opportunity when he went to England last year with a group of our kids to Brookhouse College. He refereed in the finals of the Junior Premier League. Not only did he referee, but he got paid to do it. So that's another benefit that our referees can. If I pick up the phone and say, look, Sawa or Terry is in England, they're referees, I want you to have them referee a match over there. Well, just for the exposure.
We're talking about Ken Pennyfeather and that game he did. I heard that there's a report come back on his performance, and you're willing to share?
Yes, of course. I'm very proud to share.
All right. Well,
I'm very proud to share, because not only that Ken is a FIFA referee, but I'm proud to say that he's also part of the Generation coaching staff, and he happens to be an excellent coach, equally as he is a referee. And the feedback that we got, it was the best referee that I've ever had refereeing a match in the Junior Premier League in the UK. So now that is a feather in his cap, feather in our cap for Antigua and Barbuda.
Yeah,
remember he's Pennyfeather, so
yeah. One of the first interviews I did was him when he just came back on the GN Sports. So yeah, he was over the moon with that opportunity. I mean, you can hear from the episode.
So just a quick breakdown of Ricky and the Junior Premier League and ACB Caribbean Junior Premier League in terms of the divisions that we'll be having in the competition.
Okay, I would just like to acknowledge the sponsors, of course.
Sure.
ACB Caribbean, they're the title sponsor. We also have a gold sponsor in Brydens, agents from Milo. So Milo is the particular brand from Brydens that is the gold sponsor.
Okay, just before you continue, we getting Milo to drink. My kids in the asking me, I'm bringing in a team and they ask me if Milo is going to be there. Milo's going to be there. Cold? Cold Milo. Cold.
Every year we have.
I know we get Milo, but we're just making sure.
Nothing changes.
All right, Ricky. All right.
Nothing changes.
All right, Ricky.
And of course,
the hat. They already brand the hat. And all that. Come on, man.
And also, Citizenship Investment Unit is our silver sponsor. So we have 3 good sponsors. Mm-hmm. So in terms of the divisions, we have 6 divisions. We have on the 7s. On the 9s, on the 11s, on the 13s, on the 15s, and on the 17s. As I said, the schedule is out, the full schedule is out. Because we are only using one facility, we're running until May. I think May 28th is the last game. Because we are alternating, so that we're alternating on the 17s and on the 15s. Because we have to get through the younger ones. So then on the 15s will be playing this week. Next week, on the 17th will be played.
Okay.
As the president and of Generation Next, and also you over the Premier League, the Youth Premier League, how excited are you about this?
Every year the excitement is the same. I never get tired of the excitement. As you know, so I take a first-hand and stand in everything. I'm there present at all practices, all training, maybe with one or two exceptions if it clashes with something that I have to do. But other than that, I'm there all the time.
Yeah.
Because the thing about it is that when kids are involved and we are organizing or running anything, I feel responsible. Yeah, if anything should happen, you have entrusted your kids with us. We must make sure they're safe and secure.
Yeah, that's why /gateman /
Actually, I can give you a joke about being the gate man, because one of my pet peeves is these youngsters walking around with the pants and the underwear showing and the pants pulled down. Last year, I remember they had 3 of them that were coming in. I can't remember which team they were playing for. And I was at the gate. So I said, where are you going with your pants like that? And they said, you have a match to play. I said, you have to pull up your pants or get a belt. Maybe it's too slack. You need a belt to hold it up. 2 of them pulled it up and went in. One was adamant he wasn't pulling up his pants. So I said, well, you ain't going. He said, but I have a game to play. I said, but you have to abide by the rules or you're not going in. So he eventually pulled it up. So, but he looked like a little kind of a bad boy attitude. So I said, don't make me come inside now and see that pants back down, because then you'll be putting you out and not coming back in again. Fortunately, he obeyed the rules.
Yeah, man. There must be some sort of standard that you set for them, and what they do at Generation X, that's what we like. So there's some Generation X players that are with the national under-20 team. And I'm sure when you see their photo, I saw you posting them, I'm sure when you see their photo as in going on to represent the country, that must be a delighted attitude.
Oh,
delighted feeling.
And Terry, as you know, I'm never shy of posting any accomplishment, even outside of football, of any of my players. I always post it, and I'm very, very happy to see Vaughn Jackson Jr. Mm-hmm. Well, he's representing Antigua since he was on the 15s. Yeah. And now he's representing the under 20. Seth Lane, similarly, he has represented Antigua on the 17s.
He came from 15 too.
15s too. 15, 17s, and now the 20s. So I'm very, very proud of him. And so was his coach.
I was?
Yeah, you were Seth's coach. so I'm very proud of the both of them. I would like to see more, but I think the selection should be the best players that they consider. Greg Williams actually is in it also too.
Yeah, I saw him back.
He wasn't a part of our club, but I'm proud to see that he's come back from Aqua too.
Yeah. He told me feeling like scoring some goals. I spoke with him the other night too. I interviewed him the other night. He said he feel like a different man right now, and he's just ready to score some goals. That's what he said. Moving from the under 17, of course, to the under 20. And he scored the 2 goals in the under 17 the last time.
Yeah, and he's not only a very talented player, he's also a very, very rounded and well balanced young man too. Very nice young man.
All right, that does it. He's the president of Generation X Football Club. We've been talking about everything Generation X, everything you needed to know. Of course, we'll hear much more from our president, Ricky Santos, in the future. We'll be right back with more here on GN Sports Show.
GN Sports Show.
Welcome back. You're watching the GN Sports Show, and we still have 2 rising stars to introduce to you. They're from the InspAyre Football Club. Yes, my club. They're from my club. Defender Jakeem Davis and turned striker, was keeper turned striker, Jordan Henry. Boys, thank you so much for joining us here on the GN Sports Show. All right, Jakeem, you're no strangers to the show. You know what's coming. Are you still a defender?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Jakeem is one of our reliable players. Of course, we have to call on Jakeem every time. So if Drayden makes a mistake, we call on Jakeem, because Jakeem is one of our leaders in the he was in the under 11s, now he's going to play with the under 13s. The tournament starts tomorrow. Have you guys been practicing?
Just now, Terry. So when Jakeem make a mistake, who I call for?
Jakeem, because Jakeem should be making a mistake. Jakeem?
I'm just making sure though.
You guys came second in the under 11s last year?
Yes.
Second in the under 11s last year. You're moving up to the under 13s. How do you think you guys will do?
Good.
You guys been practicing?
Yes.
All right. What has Sam been putting you guys to? Akeem Grant is your coach. What has Akeem been putting you guys through?
Training and practicing.
Practicing every Saturdays and in the week. Sometimes in the week. All right, Drayden, you're playing both 11 and 13. Okay, so you don't want to be a goalkeeper anymore. You was a goalkeeper last year. Why change to, and what you changed to?
The reason why I changed because we are practicing and some see my capability to strike, and then you put me in strike, so and then I start keep.
Okay, so who's the goalkeeper now?
Who's the goalkeeper now?
Oh, so you guys have found a new goalkeeper.
So do you like striking now? You prefer striking over goalkeeping?
Yes.
Why?
Because
you didn't go in the newspaper and then score, right?
And you get to score goals?
not last year, but
last year was a goalkeeper.
Yeah, goalkeeper.
But now, if you score goals now, every time they bring out the scores and stuff for the league after every weekend, your name get in the newspaper and from Facebook and that kind of thing, so everybody can know you more now. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
you prefer that? All right, nothing wrong with that. So, Sam see a potential. So how Sam see a potential? You may out on the pass or kick around or in training when I
already have practice.
And
now you do a scrimmage.
okay. And you play out.
Yeah.
And you see something in you.
I'm score 3 goals.
Score 3 goals.
All right.
So when he tell you to be a striker, you want him to strike, what do you think? Did you want to go or you say, Sam,
I want to go.
You didn't want to go? All right.
So you don't like goalkeeping anymore? All right.
If I want to keep, I will keep.
If you have to keep, you'll go and keep.
You go keep.
Oh,
Okay. So you're a striker goalkeeper. Attaboy. All right. So both of you go Five Islands Primary School.
Yes.
You guys played on the primary school cup. How did you guys do?
Last season, because you look into
Good.
Last season.
Good, but we'll lose the finals, semi-finals.
You got to the semi-final stage, and both of y'all were playing, right?
Yes.
You was keeping Five Island?
Because the natural keeping it.
Who the coach there?
St. Peter's. St. Peter's?
Yeah.
Luda.
Yeah, Luda, coach.
Luda had a coach?
Yeah. Luda coach.
Okay. So how different it is practicing with Five Island and practice with Empire? Kind of the same thing, isn't it?
Okay, tell us.
We warm up the same, right? But like you see how we play at King George, you don't play at the same field how we play. Like there is much smaller.
At Five Island?
Five Island.
I practice on Five Island field in the back of the schoolyard.
The big
At
field.
5 Island field, but we set up corners so.
Okay. So I do a little more technical kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the school league supposed to start soon, isn't it? I said don't start the practice of that.
Yes. In March.
In March you start. Oh, and it's still in zones, different zones, isn't it? So I will play like Golden Grove, Green Bay School, Mary Pickards, and I had to play out by Golden Grove Field.
Yeah.
So Henry last name, right? So who your favorite player be?
Cole Palmer.
Cole Palmer.
I'm back Chelsea.
I back Chelsea.
Oh.
I back a good team. Who your favorite player in Antigua? Hulk? And you, Davis? Who your favorite player in Antigua? Hulk?
Yeah. Prefer Empire. Used to prefer.
Used to prefer Empire. Alright, and who your favorite player internationally on the TV?
Mbappe.
Mbappe. Who your favorite team? Arsenal.
Why is Arsenal?
Because that the team I back since I was little.
You still little now?
Are you following your daddy?
From daddy back Manchester United.
Oh, Manchester. Oh, okay. Why you like Mbappe?
Because he's a great player.
What he does that you like?
He shoot plenty goals and he make plenty progress.
But you're a defender.
Yeah, but
Okay.
So that's why I like Hulk?
Okay.
So that's why I like Hulk? And that's why you like Hulk too?
The tournament last year. What you guys like about playing in that Generation X tournament?
because it's fun. You get to play good football like other people in other places play wild football, do all kind of stupidness. But the Generation X, they get to play against good sportsmanship.
Okay. Not a boy. What about you?
Like that, keep ball from people and no more fight, like much fighting.
Okay, wait. So when y'all win, what y'all get?
Win, sometimes we get KFC.
After everything, I go to ceremony, I get medal.
I get medal after everything.
No.
After game.
After
Like, when
game.
you get after game.
Because I always see bring food and stuff here on the park.
Jackie said they get KFC.
I get bucket of chicken.
Yeah. After the game, we get drinks and so.
Okay.
Then we go.
So that's an incentive for y'all to win?
We
Okay.
want to win.
It's cool now. Because I came down 5 Islands a few times. I'm going to say up on the corridor. What's your favorite subject? I'm just playing.
You didn't sit up on the corridor, Terry?
Yeah, but everybody was up on the corridor.
He looked at everybody click while Terry.
No, it was an assembly thing. Thing. What's your favorite subject?
Science.
Science? What
You
about
like maths?
Maths.
Okay, why science?
Next maths.
I like maths because I use maths in everything. And I get good grades and all look of it.
Why you like maths again? Tell us why you like maths again.
Because you use maths in everything. You use it in football, you use it in
Everything.
school,
Yeah?
everything.
Tell me
You
one.
go to shop
Hold
and
on
use your
there.
maths
Hold on
in
there.
it.
I'm telling you. And
Because every country money so they change me.
that's the first answer about maths that we got, tying it into football. Tell me how, give me an example, how you use maths in football.
You have to see like how we win. You have to kick the ball. Like,
Okay. Okay. But you see,
I get angles and so right.
you see, no, listen, Pitbull,
no maths.
okay, no one believe that maths is your best subject. Because you kind of explain to me how you use it in football. But that's good. And in life, and I heard you say something about counting money. That's a good start. That's a good start.
Everything look a little.
But science because I get good grades.
Oh, you got good grades in science? So what about the others?
Others.
The other subjects? You don't get good grades in other subjects?
Sometimes I do get good grades also.
Okay, but here, on this show, we like good student athletes. You got to be good in school and, of course, good on the football field, right? So, you're still young. How old are you again? 11. See? You're still young. So, make sure you bring those grades up and you continue working on football field. Are you getting good grades?
Yes.
Are you really?
Yes.
In maths and everything?
Yes.
Okay.
Not sometimes I fail a little bit, but I maintain the grade.
Okay, you maintain the grade. So sometimes you drop some, and sometimes you come back up. All right, you guys want to say hi to anybody? You want to shout out to anybody?
I say hi to my daddy because he helped me to play football when I was little.
Hold on there. He teach you. What he teach you?
Teach me how to pass, how to control, and how
You ever see
Who is
play?
your daddy, Jackie?
Randy.
And is your daddy? African grandfather. You come from a football, probably.
Yeah, man. He your blood. And I like Hulk. All right, he's Jakeem Davis, and he's Drayden Henry, better known as Pitbull, because his dad is called Pitbull as well. But thank you guys so much for being here. This is the GN Sports Show. We'll be right back with more.
GN Sports Show.
We would like to thank the sponsors of Generation Next, Fruta, Antigua Masonry Products, Citizenship by Investment Unit, ACT, Flow, Island Photo, and Francis Trading Agency.
GN Sports Show.
And welcome back to the GN Sports Show. And in the house with us is Dr. Rick, and we're going to be continuing our conversation from last week, where we talked about stress in sport athletes at the highest level and choking also in athletes at the highest level. Welcome back, Doc.
Thank you. Good seeing you guys again. We're still involved in the Winter Olympics, watching it on TV. And it happened again. Remember last week I told you about the male skater,
Right.
who kind of blew it, fell down.
Kind of blew it or blew it, Doc?
No, blew it.
Okay,
blew it.
Just let me make sure.
He didn't even get a medal, and he was supposed to be number one.
Yeah.
Well, on Tuesday it happened to a female. She was like number one or two, and she ended up going to number 12 because she fell several times. And then she was crying and upset. But on Thursday, she came back in the finals and recovered and did a brilliant job. I don't know the medal she got. I don't think she
But
got gold. I think she ended up getting silver.
She got a medal.
Yeah, she went from 1 or 2 down to 12 and now back up again in one performance.
So what you think is, well, you know, the male athlete who he went from 1 to right down and he didn't recover. But the lady, she went from 2 to 12 and recovered. So what do you think she did, Doc?
That's good. You see, that's a good thing to think about with our kids in youth sports, because these are their role models. That they see this on TV and they say, oh, well, if that happens to me, what's the problem? Well, first of all, what makes it happen? I mean, it's stress, right? And we've all heard of anxiety, right?
Right.
So what's anxiety? Well, if I had a poisonous snake right here and I put it around your neck, you should be afraid of it, right?
You won't be, that wouldn't happen now. Yeah.
That won't happen.
If you had a poisonous snake, you can't get it around my neck, I would not be here sitting down. I'm being honest.
I love it.
You're probably going to wrap it around the mic, but I sure will not around my neck. But maybe tell me it's a better neck.
And you wouldn't let me back in the studio, No. This would be my last show.
No, you probably could do more shows now, just as long as you don't have the snake.
Okay, but that's what you're supposed to be afraid of, right? But when we put ourselves under pressure for performance, athletic performance, right? Should we really have that kind of anxiety? But it's the same emotion. Should we really have that same anxiety? And it's called performance anxiety. Well, we know that a little bit of performance anxiety is probably healthy because it stimulates us to remember to do all the right things. But it gets out of control when a person chokes, as we say, when they can't do their proper routines, when they can't show their skills.
Perform at the highest level.
Yeah, and what makes kids get into that situation? Well, first of all, we want them to have fun in youth sports, don't we?
Yep.
We don't want them to have performance anxiety, but it's natural that they are going to. What makes them have it? Well, the parents are coming to watch them, the grandparents are going to watch them, aunt and uncle, the whole community. This is a small place, Antigua. Come on, everybody knows everybody else. So they're coming to see them play, and they get anxiety about it. Have you experienced that with your kids? With your coaching?
Most times, yes. Well, not really so much, but one of the reasons I believe in is that we have that anxiety thing is because in some cases, or most cases I've been around with kids, is when they know they're going to play against a player that is better than them. Or a player that everybody that is known. So they start to say, oh, how am I going to deal with it? So it's I think that sometimes.
But isn't it normal though for you to get butterflies before? Because I'm sure you play at the highest level.
I know
that butterflies before.
No, I don't have them.
And then I mean, some athletes will say, listen, you get that tingling feeling that yes, it's time to put all of that behind you and go to work.
Okay. But what about your mother? What about your parents? How did they deal with you when you were in youth sports? So I know there are parents who, after the kid has a competition, will start reviewing the whole competition with the kid probably in the car.
On a ride home.
Or ride home.
Yeah.
Or at home, right? Is that good? Is that healthy?
I don't think so.
No, it isn't. You're right, it isn't healthy.
My mom watched me my whole career, and we never had a conversation about it.
Right.
My mom just enjoyed the fact that she watching me, and that's it.
That's the right kind of mom.
That is it.
That's the right kind of pop. Pop not acting, try to act as a coach. Now, some parents do function both as a coach and a parent, but it puts the kids under extra pressure, doesn't it? Gives them extra anxiety, especially if they had a good game, whether they won or lost. If you focus on the fact that they lost, right? What are they going to remember? That's what they're going to remember.
Right.
And they're going to always be thinking about that. So just like the female skater I told you about on Tuesday at the Olympics, what do you think she thought about? She thought about the whole world watching her, and she messed up, right? How did she overcome it? So we have to train our kids to overcome this.
All right, Doc, wait 1 second. Devil's advocate here.
Yes.
Parents saying, hey, listen, you should have passed to Remy. But you thought Patrice was open. right? So that's why he didn't pass to Remy. Remy is the better shot. Patrice can't shoot. But Patrice was in a perfect position than you thought. But you thought Remy was in a better position. Now you're drilling me home. Why you didn't pass to Remy and you passed to Patrice?
Yeah.
That can work. That works when they come into the come of age. And people are online saying these things, right? That can work in that way as well.
Learn to cope with criticism.
Yeah, with criticism.
Good point. So part of sports psychology is trying to teach people, kids included, on how to deal with criticism, right? But if it's too much, that's the question. When is it too much? I think if the child had a great game, or even if they had a bad game, say they had a bad, but they were participating and you start badgering them about the things they did wrong in the car or at home, I think that's too much. That's the role of the coach. That's the role of the coach.
So suppose you're the coach coaching your child, because I coach my son.
Yeah, I did.
I couldn't coach my kids. My kids never listened to me. I'm serious. I could not coach my kids. Whatever I told them to do, they said, "Oh, Dad, what do you know?"
Well, you see, my son saw me in action. So my son know the things I'm saying is the things I've done.
My kids saw me in action too, but they just
maybe it wasn't a good action.
No, because maybe it wasn't, but they're also American kids. American kids are a little bit different than Caribbean.
So when I finished coaching my son, we were home, right? Because where we live to where we train, we could walk home. So we just be walking. He was talking about how he asked me how he did, and I just switched the topic. Serious, I don't, because we don't train, you don't do what you do. I think I am giving you enough time to think over what you did yourself. See if you could come up with a solution of what you think you did right and what you think you did wrong.
I think that's good. You have to give it time.
Time.
Just like, you got to give it time. You got to cool them down. You got to make them think about it. And the best thing is for them to come to you and ask you about it, not you badger them about it.
Right.
You know?
I don't ask, because I'm the coach. I know what he did wrong.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? So I will just leave it for him to figure out. Sometimes he does figure it out. Sometimes I tell him.
And don't forget, it's a developmental process, isn't it?
Yep.
Right? So you're not going to correct everything in every game. And so you should just have fun with the fact that the kid was participating.
Coming from a parent, though.
Yes.
You think he would think, he just criticized me for criticizing me. Because that's your son, that's your daughter. That's all love right there. If you're saying, you can't kick with your left foot and we practice your left foot? You know what I mean? Like, coming from a parent, though, I don't think it's criticism, but it's criticism with love. If there is.
It all depends on how the child interprets it. How he internalizes
and how the parent say it to it.
Well, it depends on the age of the kid, and it depends on the developmental stage. And some people you can say a little bit more to than others. And I think you made a very good point. Sometimes it is how you say it rather than necessarily what you say. And it's how you approach it. So the question is, what are we going to do about training our kids to overcome, let's say, bad performance, right? And
how to improve
without telling them, you really had a bad game.
Okay.
So that's what you don't want to do.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't
right?
want to do that.
So how do you do that? Well, you put them in situations where they are under a little bit of stress, or you teach them how to put themselves under a little bit of stress when they're practicing.
Right.
When they're practicing. So practice could be all fun, but it shouldn't be all fun. There should be drills associated with it. So for example, did you ever hear about visualization drills?
I've heard about that.
Yeah, visualization.
So
our brain has these special nerve cells called mirror neurons. Mirror neurons. And mirror neurons, the way they work is when you watch somebody do something, let's say on TV, or you imagine somebody doing something after you've watched it, right? And go through those procedures, those skills, that the mirror neurons start firing, and you can reproduce them. If you train those mirror neurons properly.
Okay, I was just about to put that part in, because some of them you see someone on TV and try it in the game. They don't try it in the practice to trying to perfect it.
Yes.
They saw someone do something on TV.
Yes.
And they come and try to do it in a match.
Now, in practice, under supervision, and say, hey, I saw this guy do it, or the person, the child, or the adult, like me, will watch somebody shoot a basketball or hit a tennis ball, and I'll go out there and I'll try to put myself under that same pressure, and my mirror neurons start firing and saying, I try to reproduce what I saw. That's very good. That kind of anxiety, performance anxiety, is actually healthy, where the person is putting themselves under that pressure. So like a few times a week, I wish I could do it every day. I have a swimming pool and I have a basket in the swimming pool, and I shoot baskets, right, with a ball that barely fits through the basket. You know, a regular basket is 2 basketball widths wide. Did you realize that? So 2 basketballs should be able to fit through a basket.
Should be regular basketball.
Regular basket hoop.
Okay. I didn't
right?
know that. Yeah.
Well, in my swimming pool, you know what I have? I have a hoop where 1 basketball can only fit through. So it's half the width.
Like when you go to the arcades,
kind of like that, exactly. But with a regular size basketball.
Okay.
It's the regular size.
Right.
And I'm shooting like from 15, 20 feet away, and I'm in the water and whatever. And what I do is I put myself under pressure. I pretend like I'm a professional athlete and this is the NBA and I'm taking the final shot of the game. I do that constantly. And what happens is I find that sometimes it just goes boom, boom, boom. It's my muscle memory taking over. And then other times I choke and the ball goes flying. You know, I mean, a terrible shot and it bounces out of the pool. Then I got to get out of the pool and I got to go chase the ball because I have nobody rebounding for me, right? But so putting myself under game conditions, I don't play games anymore very often, right? I'm just basically shooting.
Right.
But I'm still trying to train my brain to handle the stress, because it's also going to help me handle the stress of life when I do that. So we can train our kids to do that, and maybe part of your training in youth sports should be times where you teach them how to visualize, right? So train them how to handle pressure. Train them to say, okay, it's 1 minute to go, and the game is tied, right? Mm-hmm. What are we going to do? How are you going to handle that?
Let me ask you this. You remember the scenario Terry used with Remy and Pachis? Now, in some cases for me, let me say we replicating that same scenario. So Remy is the better player, but Pachis is in the better position.
Okay.
Right? But the parent knows Remy is better than Pachis. So the parent telling the child, oh, you should have given it to Remy. No, I as the coach telling him, that was a good pass. Pachis just didn't take it. Because Pachis was in the best position. How that child now is in the middle trying to figure out which direction to go. You understand what I'm saying? But I think that's a way that child could learn in terms of figuring out, okay, coach says that Pachis was in the best position, but both of us know Terry's Remy's the better player. And that will help that player now to make better decisions as they go along. Because I wanted to pass the ball to the person in the better position, not the better player.
Well, that's what you do in practice.
Right.
So that's how you practice, when you prepare them for these kind of scenarios. Even the noise and even the places they're going to be, right? And you tell them, hey, you're going to be under pressure. That's okay. But when it comes to the game and they finish the game, now you got to be careful about how you criticize them, right?
Yeah, but
and you know, if they're well prepared, remember, we're preparing them not just for sports, we're preparing them for life.
Yep. So do you believe in the concept train hard, play easy? The harder you train, the easier you will be able to play, because you have trained hard enough to be able to play.
Oh, absolutely. There's championship teams. If you go to championship teams in the United States, college teams, high school teams, the best teams, you think they practice easy? No, they practice hard. And I was on a championship team in I won't tell you, 67 in the United States. We were the NIT champs, National Invitation Tournament champs, 1967, Southern Illinois University. And guess what we did? We trained hard. Every practice was just very, very difficult. 3 hours, and we were exhausted.
And the game is what?
And the game was easy.
Okay, you say I'll train for 3 hours, but how long is the actual game itself?
40 minutes.
40 minutes.
Yeah, 220. Yeah.
So if you could manage to train for 3 hours, 40 minutes is supposed to be a breeze for you, right?
Yes, but we trained 3 hours every day, 6 or 7 days a
That's
week.
what I'm saying. So if you train hard for 3 hours, playing 40 minutes is a breeze.
Yes, exactly.
All right, does practice make perfect or practice makes repetition?
Practice never makes perfect because there are too many factors. You know, there's too many performance factors like the anxiety we were talking about. It will never be perfect.
Okay.
No, you know.
But it makes repetition.
That's right. Repetition is what makes you better. But that's another thing. Parents expecting perfection from their kids. Now their kids expecting perfection from themselves.
Right.
It takes the joy out of the game.
That's where the stress comes from.
That's a lot of stress. Perfectionism. I've never been a perfectionist.
I just tell my kids in them, there's only one way to do anything, and it's the right way.
Well, that's true, but they have this person who's the coach or the parent has to realize that part of doing the wrong way that you said, part of that is the developmental process they have to go through. How do you learn if you don't learn from your mistakes?
Right, but if
you have to make those mistakes to learn, and then you have to try to self-correct. So that's another thing you can teach the kids when you're training them. How do you self-correct? What do you think about when you're self-correcting? So let's take a situation where the skater fell, and now she's training for the next 48 hours to get back. And what does she do? Does she now go and think about every move that she's making, every part of the skill? Does she's already got a lot of muscle memory, she's well trained.
Right.
Your kids even, they already have the skills, right? So what do you do in a game when you're under stress and you have to overcome it? Do you think about, I have to make sure my elbows are in, and I have to make when I'm shooting, and I have to make sure that my knees are bent, just the right way. That's very, very stressful to do that.
Really?
Yes. So what would you tell them to do? Well, the research shows that the best way to overcome this performance anxiety is not to think about all that stuff.
Right.
Right? Because, of course, you have to train that you have some basic skills. The basic skills should be natural and come out, but what should the player be thinking about? What do you think the player should be thinking about?
Well, I think the player should be thinking about doing it the right, executing the basic
all the
skills.
mechanics.
Right, all the mechanics. Because that's what I do.
Keep your elbow in.
Right.
Keep your,
But that's supposed to be coming naturally because of the muscle memory whole part of it.
That's correct.
But so then,
if they're
okay, so let me say, for example, if the ball coming from that way, I would tell my player, if the pass coming from that way, you take it with this foot. Because most likely the pressure will be coming from the direction the ball coming in. So if he takes the first one,
that should be natural.
Right, but what I'm saying, sometimes a player might take it with this foot because it looks neater, it looks more, the crowd like to see that instead of taking it the basic way, which is just the natural cause of action.
Exactly. So it's like if I'm on the left side of the basket, I don't want to use my right hand, I want to use my left hand because it's easier to block the right hand.
So when you use your right hand and you get blocked now, the next time you get the ball on the left, it's the muscle memory now will tell you just get blocked using the right. So you're going to automatically go and use the left.
Well, but not if you don't have the confidence in it. So a lot of times using the wrong leg is because they don't have confidence in using the right leg. And that's part of the training. But when they're in a competition or they're playing a game, they have to overcome that. What should they be thinking about? So even if they use the wrong leg, even if they use the wrong hand, now they've got to decide, what should I be thinking? How should we train them to think? And the answer is, you got it wrong.
Positive?
No. The answer is,
he got it wrong too. Say he got it wrong too.
You got it wrong too. You both got it wrong. You should be thinking about What do you want to accomplish? What is the end result? So in my case, it's putting the ball in the basket.
Okay,
Forget
so
about
play.
the mechanics.
So the next play.
That's correct.
Okay, the next
in other words, what is it that you're trying to accomplish?
Okay.
That's what you should try to be thinking about. And when you do that, then whatever muscle memory you have is going to kick in, or it's not going to kick in. I mean, you just never know. Don't you have those days where it just doesn't kick in?
Nothing goes
Don't you
right.
have it? Nothing goes right?
Yeah, of course.
Exactly. It's
But not nothing
smooth.
goes right, Doc.
Right.
So
But-
everything
but-
don't go right.
But
Nothing
if,
at all.
but if they can focus on
holiday.
what they're trying to accomplish, put the ball in the net.
Right.
Put the ball in the net. However you do it, put the ball in the net. Whatever leg you're using. Don't worry about the leg you're using at that point. Now, they're more likely to overcome whatever they did wrong.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Total sense. So the
Go
ACB
ahead.
Caribbean Junior Football League is coming up. Parents are going to be on the sidelines. Remy! Rick! Pass the ball! Pass the
Run
ball!
back
pass the
patches!
ball.
Run back patches!
And listen, and the kids don't practice like this. They practice with a coach, maybe a coach doing the yelling, not mom and dad on the sideline, sister, little brother. Come on, Remy! Shh. What is your advice to the parents? The parents watching the GN Sports Show, you're talking directly to them.
Okay, parents. Remember, your children are there to have fun, right? And there's nothing wrong with rooting for them and telling them, come on, you can do it, right? But trying to coach them and tell them exactly what to do, that's a mistake, because now you're making them think too much, right? You're making them think too much. And now they have to make decision, do I listen to my parent? Do I listen to my coach? Or do I even listen to my teammates? Because their teammates are also trying to tell them what to do. Oh my God, it's too much. It's just too much. Parents, have fun, root for the kid. If he messes up, still root for him, right? Don't be embarrassed, because the child is embarrassed if he messes up, isn't he?
Yeah, and the ride home from...
And the ride home, parents, do not dissect the game.
Take them to ice cream.
Take them for ice cream, whether they won or lost, whether they made a great play or they made the worst play of their lives. Reward them just for participating.
Well, Doc, you know, it's always disheartening coming to this part of the show.
Why?
The part when I have to tell you that see you next week.
Oh, I see.
The part when I have to tell you to see you next week, but Doc, is always informative having you here. The continuation from last week to this week, you know, we have honestly learned a lot. I hope the advice of the parents is taken on board. You know, but you know, enthusiastic parents is always going to be enthusiastic parents, and we could appreciate that as coaches, as just as long as it doesn't interfere with the development of the child. You know, that's the first thing. But Doc, thanks for coming in. We're looking forward to the next week.
Yes, okay. Me too.
In my whole life, Doc, I think.
So you know what you can do?
No, Doc.
Let me tell you,
Doc. I don't know.
Between now and next week, here's what you can do.
What could do that?
You could practice. And you know what you should practice?
Go ahead.
Visualization. Visualize me sitting here.
Now, me ain't doing that, Doc.
Visualize me sitting here and visualize what we're going to do and what we're going to talk about next.
Doc, if I visualize you sitting there, that will be about a 3 seconds visualization. That can't be no long visualization.
Okay.
But as I say, it's very informative. Listening to you, Doc. My brain is overworked, you know, because you give so much that I just have to go home and continue to think about some of the things, because I need to better myself as a coach. So I want to gain the boss man's confidence, Doc, and you've been helping to get me there. So until next week, Doc, you do have a lovely weekend.
You too.
And looking forward to see you next week. And with that, we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back with the GN Sports Show.
Well, we've come to the end of another GN Sports Show. We hope you learned something here, parents. I hope you take Dr. Rick's advice with your student athletes in helping them to deal with the stress of football, not adding to the stress of life.
Yes, definitely, Terry. Dr. Rick really left some wonderful advice here, and parents, please take a view of this week's show. I'm sure it will be very informative for you. And with that, do have a pleasant evening. Looking forward to seeing you all back in the show next week.
It's time to show the world what you can do on the GN Sports Show.
shoes. It's time to show the world what you can do. On the GN Sports Show, you'll find your light with every step